How should we deal with others' opinions of us? This question has long been answered by sages and Zen masters. 4 simple words. Don't pick it up. If you never pick it up, there's no need to figure out how to put it down. But of course, saying it is easy. How do we actually achieve this? First, let's check if this sounds familiar. Even if 99 out of 100 people like you, praise you and affirm you, just one person disliking or criticizing you can throw you off balance. It's as if all the positive feedback from the majority is instantly forgotten, and your mind becomes fixated on the single negative comment. Suddenly, you're overwhelmed by this negativity. Despite having a 99% approval rate, you find yourself upset, even crushed, by that 1%. Does this happen to you? Why do we give so much weight to negative feedback? Why do we care so much about others' criticism? As practitioners, we need to shift our perspective, from looking outward to turning inward. First of all, we shouldn't expect others to meet our standards of how they should respond to us. After all, who are we to demand that? Are we emperors with others merely servants or followers who must cater to our every whim, behavior, or even expression? This might sound harsh, but I hope you understand the deeper message. You're not really in conflict with others. You're wrestling with the ideas in your own mind. Can you see how many expectations and demands you project onto others and the world around you? Here's the truth. No one is capable of fulfilling all your expectations. The world won't cater to your desires, and no one on this planet can completely meet your standards. Not a single person. As long as you approach life with these expectations and standards, you're setting yourself up for inevitable pain and frustration because the world is ever-changing. You have your plans and expectations, but life has its own, right? And trust me, your mind will use this perfectly to pull you away from the present moment. That's how this karmic system operates. Let me tell you, the mind has a powerful trick, and I bet everyone listening to this has fallen for it at some point. It's called automatic overthinking. Our minds are constantly overinterpreting the feedback we get from the outside world. Don't deny it. You send a message, and if the reply is slow, you start overthinking it. Sometimes, even a simple glance from someone can trigger a whole story in your head, right? A random action by someone else, and suddenly you're spinning all kinds of thoughts like, what did they mean by that? Do they like me? Do they hate me? Are they jealous? Did I offend them? Was I too terrible in that situation? Are people judging me? When you have downtime, or as you're falling asleep at night, you might find yourself replaying and overthinking people's reactions from today or even years ago. What's happening here? You're draining your energy. You're letting this mind chatter consume your focus and awareness of the present moment. Remember, this overthinking is automatic. It's not something you consciously choose to do. Your mind just takes over. So, the moment you start this overthinking, you've already disconnected from yourself. You're no longer the master of your thoughts and actions. You've lost control of when to think and when to act. Haven't you? Now ask yourself, are these thoughts based on what's actually happening right now? Are they truly reflective of how others see you? Let me tell you, 99% of the time, they're not. These thoughts are just echoes of your past experiences and perceptions, shaped by what's already in your mind. So, what are you really overthinking about, others or yourself? Yes, yourself. You're projecting what's already inside you onto others. Once you fall into automatic overthinking, you've disconnected from the reality of the present moment. This is something we must be mindful of. So, when you're interacting with others, always be aware of this tendency to overthink. Separate what's really happening in the present from the stories you're making up in your head. Once you're aware, you won't be swept away by your automatic thoughts, acting unconsciously. We're not here to live for others, right? Our goal is to live a life that's beautiful, fulfilling, and complete. And here's the key. If you can cultivate a state of joy, peace, and vibrancy within yourself, then you naturally won't be concerned with others' opinions. You won't care what people think of you. On the other hand, if you're constantly focused on how others are responding to you, then your awareness will always be pulled away by the external world and the automatic overthinking it triggers. And this overthinking will inevitably stir your emotions. Isn't that just a constant drain on your energy? In this state, you're completely passive, always reacting to the external world. How can you be focused and aware in this state? How can you truly experience the vibrancy of the present moment? Don't live like this, because then you're just an NPC, not a real player in the game of life. If you observe people who have achieved great things, people who are truly remarkable, you'll notice they don't behave this way. They are incredibly focused. When they're working on something or living their lives, what others say about them, how others judge them, it's all irrelevant. It never affects what they're doing. As a result, they put a tremendous amount of energy into the present moment, and their efforts naturally lead to great results. This high-energy state attracts others who are drawn to them and naturally gather around them. See, others' opinions and reactions are a natural outcome, not something we should fixate on or expect. On the other hand, if you interact with people while carrying a lot of expectations and standards, I guarantee they'll sense it. In such cases, the feedback you get will either be false and manipulative, or it will end up hurting you. So, as I said at the beginning, remember, don't pick it up. And if you've already picked it up, that's okay. Just notice it. Become aware of it. This awareness is your path to freedom. Simply observe it quietly, and that will be your greatest self-healing. If today's episode resonated with you, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow for more deep insights. See you next time.